If you walk through a major US airport today, Dallas, Atlanta, Denver, Chicago, you'll notice something many people thought wouldn't come back after 2020. Business travelers. The suitcases, the laptop bags, the early morning boarding groups, they're all returning. But here's the twist. Corporate travel isn't coming back the way it used to. It's returning with a completely different purpose, driven by new business priorities, new economics, and a new understanding of what travel is actually for. For decades, corporate travel was built around volume. More conferences, more sales trips, more in-person meetings, more presentations. Companies believed travel was essential for closing deals, meeting clients, and building relationships. But the pandemic forced an unplanned experiment. It showed companies that many of those trips weren't necessary. Video calls could replace routine visits, internal meetings, and basic check-ins. So when travel first started returning, companies didn't simply go back to old habits. They reconsidered what travel should accomplish. The first major driver of this new purpose is high-value collaboration. Businesses realize that the trips worth taking are the ones that create something meaningful. Strategy sessions, innovation workshops, leadership planning, client negotiations, and cross-team alignment. These are the moments where virtual tools fall short. Companies are now sending employees out only when the impact justifies the time and cost. Travel used to be frequent, now it's intentional. And because of that, every trip is planned with a specific outcome in mind. Another big reason for the shift is the rise of hybrid and remote work. When employees are spread out across cities, states, or even countries, travel becomes the glue that connects dispersed teams. Companies are using travel to bring people together for quarterly meetups, culture-building events, onboarding, training, and complex project work. Before, travel was about going outward, visiting clients and markets. Now, just as often, travel is inward, reconnecting internal teams, strengthening culture, and maintaining alignment across remote workers. Budgets also play a major role. Travel costs have increased. Airfare, hotels, meals, and transportation are all more expensive than they were a few years ago. Companies don't want to eliminate travel, but they need a clearer return on investment. That's why trips that don't produce measurable value are being cut. Routine check-ins happen virtually. Administrative work stays online. Travel is reserved for moments that move business forward in a tangible way. The result is fewer trips, but more meaningful ones. Another shift is happening with customer relationships. Companies learned that virtual calls can build familiarity, but they don't always build trust. When a deal is complex, high value, or long-term, in-person meetings still matter. Travel is being used strategically to strengthen key accounts, handle sensitive discussions, and close major deals. Instead of traveling to see every client, companies are traveling to see the right clients, the ones where face-to-face time makes a difference. Events and conferences are also evolving. Attendance at large expos is rebounding, but companies aren't sending huge groups anymore. They're sending smaller, focused teams. Instead of gathering business cards and attending dozens of sessions, the goal has shifted to targeted meetings, strategic introductions, and relationship building. Companies want quality over quantity. They're not traveling just to be there. They're traveling to accomplish something specific. Another factor driving the new purpose of corporate travel is talent development. Many companies are using travel to train new employees, expose teams to different markets, give rising leaders in-person mentoring, and build hands-on experience. Virtual learning can only go so far. Companies have rediscovered the value of bringing people on-site, letting them see operations up close, and building deeper professional connections. These developmental trips are becoming a core reason for travel. Travel is also being reshaped by the push for long-term strategy. Companies are organizing leadership retreats, innovation summits, and planning sessions where teams can step away from daily routines and focus on big-picture goals. This wasn't as common before. Travel was often about immediate results: closing a deal, pitching a client, launching a product. Now travel is equally about alignment, creativity, and long-term direction. Another major change is sustainability pressure. Companies want to travel, but more responsibly. They are booking fewer flights, combining multiple meetings into single trips, choosing closer destinations, and encouraging teams to plan travel more strategically. This has completely changed the mindset around trip planning. Travel isn't automatic anymore. It's purposeful, reviewed, and justified. And when employees do travel, companies want those trips to deliver maximum value. There's also a cultural factor driving the return of travel: human connection. After years of virtual interactions, people value real conversations more than ever. Teams that have never met in person are finally getting together. Managers are traveling to meet remote employees they've only seen on a screen. Companies are using travel to rebuild culture, strengthen bonds, and reduce feelings of isolation. This wasn't a consideration in the past. Now it's one of the most important reasons employees get on a plane. Corporate travel is also becoming more focused on problem solving. Companies are sending people out when challenges arise that require hands-on attention. Supply chain issues, manufacturing problems, operational audits, franchise support, or regional launches. These problem-solving trips create immediate business impact, which aligns perfectly with the new travel mindset. And finally, travel is being used to drive innovation. Many companies are visiting international partners, emerging markets, new technology hubs, and evolving customer segments to stay competitive. These exploratory trips help executives understand trends, gather insights, and make long-term decisions. Before the pandemic, these trips were sometimes considered optional. Now, companies see them as essential to staying ahead. Put all of this together, and the picture becomes clear. Corporate travel isn't coming back the old way. It's not returning for routine tasks or unnecessary face time. It's returning because businesses have found a renewed reason to meet in person. Deeper collaboration, stronger relationships, clearer alignment, better training, and smarter strategy. The new era of corporate travel is leaner, more selective, and far more intentional. And because of that, every trip now carries a purpose that goes beyond simply showing up. It's about impact. It's about connection. And it's about strengthening the foundations that virtual work can't fully replace.